We got Nate the Train back here on the program. He's going to be taking on Julian Erosa at UFC Fight Night on February 20th. Nate, how's it going?
Man, good. Man, excited to finally fight again.
I know it's been a crazy couple months. Well, even last year and everything, just with what sort of happened and everything. It's sorry to interrupt you there. It's just good to see you back, man. One thing I did want to know is that you were supposed to fight Evlov right back on December 5th. I know he tested positive for COVID, but then he ended up fighting last week against Nick Lentz. Why was that? Was that just because did you ever get a reason as to why that fight wasn't rebooked?
Yeah, we were supposed to fight. We was actually supposed to fight February 20th, but then he was having visa problems, and then they offered me a fight on. I had busted my head open pretty good at the beginning of the year, and they offered me the January 20th card, but I just had got stitched up, so I just was too close to getting stitched up. So they moved on, so he could probably get a visa for another fight.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. And I mean, you must be a little happy to fight in Vegas, not as much travel in terms of going to Fight Island.
Yeah, back to Russia and couldn't get back to America. It was the problem.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. What do you know about Julian Erosa? A lot of fights. He's 24-8. A veteran of the sport. How do you feel like you match up against him?
Oh man, he's a scrapper. It's gonna be a scrap. I mean, we're gonna lock horns and see who does it better real quick. We're gonna tell we're gonna tell right off the rip who's the bad man in there.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Does that excite you? Like, just, I'm sure you've, done a little tape study, seen the type of fighter he is. Like, he goes, this is the type of fight that's going to get you a fight of the night, I think. That must excite you in terms of the style matchup.
He's not going to be running or backpedaling for sure. It's going to be come at each other, and I think I'm going to hit him with some hard shots that's going to put him away.
Did you know much about him before taking this fight, or did you have to research him after?
I'd already agreed to February 20th, and he just stepped up to the bat, and he's the one.
Yeah, no, he is. Training camp, who are you getting to work with for this camp? Has it mainly just been at home base, or are you doing any cross-training?
Man, still same thing, Wildside, Clarksville.
Good. Who are you working with? Who are some of the training partners?
Oh, man, I've been working with all my guys. This new guy named Devin, he's pretty good. Been working with my boy Keegan, the same old, all my guys from Wildside, all my homies come in. We get great work.
Yeah, what do you think of that? Because there's a lot of fighters who like going to those big gyms and, training with different fighters, but there's something to be said for, guys that train at the smaller gyms and get that better attention. What's your sort of thoughts on that? Because you look at a guy like Stipe Miocic, he's never left his gym and he's the heavyweight champion.
Yeah, man, to each their own, but man, I'd rather stick to my people. I'd rather lose with my people than win a championship going somewhere else, man, to be honest with you. And I'm just going to always keep it real with my day one cats, and you get what you see and you see what you get, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you noticed things have been different for you just being a UFC fighter now as opposed to fighting on the regional scene? I mean, I know you're popular in Russia. You were with, Fight for M1, but and I know you got a lot of support back home, but do you notice a difference just being in the UFC?
I think I will after I get a couple more real fights instead of they falling through, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you think about it, it's my 5th fight with the UFC, and I'm 1-1, so, I mean, it hasn't worked out well, so pretty soon the world will be on notice that I am one of the best in the UFC.
Yeah, we're excited for it. I imagine since you got a lot of notice, the weight cut's going well in terms of the, ahead of this matchup? Oh,
yeah, everything's going real well as planned, It's going to be tough, but, I mean, it's the name of the game, baby.
Yeah. What are you missing the most right now during camp? Especially, we got the Super Bowl on Sunday. Like, I'm sure people are going to be eating good food. What are you missing right now that you can't eat?
Right now, what I'm missing is sunshine, man. I'm ready I'm ready to be off on a beach somewhere, chilling, sipping something. You know what I mean? But other than that, snacking, the snacks, little stuff like that. I like pizza, I like chicken. I'm a human. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like sitting around. I like watching TV, just playing, sleeping in. I mean, it's all been grind, man. We've been grinding since my last fight in May, and I mean, it's been a long time coming, and man, I'm just excited to finally let loose and not worry about tomorrow, man. I've been worried about tomorrow. Now it's like, man, fuck it. Saturday night is all that counts. Get busted open, break something, no matter what. It don't matter because it's the fight, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you feel like there's some like not pent up aggression, but like you know, like your nickname says, you're Nate the Train. The train's been docked at the station. I mean, you've had all these opportunities fall through. You must just be like really ready to get it out there, right?
Like, who am I? Sometimes I'm thinking, like, what am I doing here, man? I'm just like a practice guy. I'm like a practice dummy. It's like practice, 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 practice. I'm ready to get some glory. I haven't even had the chance to get beat up. You know what I mean? Just give me a chance to lose at least. Hell.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, man. Who's going to be in your corner for this fight?
Same guys. We got Kelvin Garcia, Christian Nielsen, and Mike Merriam.
Awesome. And how's this fight playing out on the 20th? I mean, like I said, this looks like fight of the night, if
Man,
I'd say so.
Locking up, man. I really think it's gonna be it's one of them good fights. He's coming at me. I'm coming at him, and I feel like I'm gonna hit him with some power shots. It's gonna just put him out. I think it's gonna be my first finish in the UFC.
You know, I imagine, you know, just because of all the stuff that's happened with fights falling through, you probably want to try and fight as much as you can. Is that sort of the plan you're looking at here? You come out here relatively unscathed. You want to get right back in there?
Fight on February 20th, and I hope it's Julian. But I mean, we haven't even went through our first COVID testing yet. So it's like until we step into the cage and the bell rings, I'm not even sure. You know, it's a weird time and it's crazy right now. And I'm just so ready to just. Can I bleed? Can I get somebody else to bleed? It's like, man, I'm ready to fight. I just get so frustrated. It's like, man, I'm ready to fucking go.
No, I bet. Well, you know, he got COVID, right? So he had it a while. I interviewed him earlier this week, and he told me he got COVID. So the chance of him getting COVID again are probably pretty slim. I don't think he can get it twice. Can you? I don't know.
I don't know if you can, but I think it's hard. But I think I think everybody just need to go on and get it.
Yeah. And then everyone's good, right? And then you don't have to worry about any cancellations or anything, right? So.
Done with masks. We done with all these restrictions. Just everybody catch the shit. Stop being a bitch.
What are the laws right now? Do you still have to wear a mask in public? Like, how are things where you are?
I mean, I don't really obey by the laws anyway. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair enough. What about downtime? What are you doing when you're not training? I know you're hanging out with your wife, but what else you got going on? You watching any TV, video games, anything?
Started this Airbnb, so we've been putting a lot of time into that, a little second income. So
nice. How long you been doing that?
Well, this is our first month. We got our second customer coming. Actually, she checked in at 3:00 today, so that's pretty cool. We've been doing that, do a couple other little things, and getting ready for garden season. You know, I'm an avid gardener, and spending time with the family, trying to spend a little time so I can see my little nephews and cousins and things like that. So getting ready, man. Getting ready for this fight and the next fight and the next fight, trying to get this new contract, trying to get this money.
How many more fights do you have left on your deal?
So this will be my last fight until I can renegotiate.
Gotcha. So do you have one, like you got this fight and then you have one more? Is that the idea? Because I know usually you negotiate after the second last fight, right?
I mean, like I said, this should be my fifth fight. And
right.
It turns really only my third fight. So, yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I got 4 fights with him, so this will be my third one.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. I want to go back to this Airbnb thing. I think that's so interesting. So what made you decide to do that? Like that is a good source of income, just having money coming through, right?
Yeah, really, my wife, man, she's the one that was a gun ho about it, and she got to work, and we made it happen, and just trying to not get an exit plan, but work on having other sources of income. That way, when I'm done, I'm not quitting. I'm retiring. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I hear you. Do you ever remind any of the residents that, hey, like, you better pay up? I'm a UFC fighter.
I wish, man.
They probably don't like that at Airbnb. They're probably like, you probably shouldn't put that in there.
Just go around beating people up. It'd be a different kind of world. I tell you that.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Nate, thanks so much for doing this, man. Always a pleasure. It's UFC Fight Night, February 20th. Just anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, any social media you want to plug, I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank all the fans. They about to see one hell of a fight. I'm going to get that finish. I'm planning on knocking this dude smooth out. I know that they're going to be watching. Everybody's going to be watching. The whole world's watching. There's nothing really much else to do, and you better see Nate the Train come through. Let me go ahead and thank my sponsor, Brian Butler with Sucker Punch, Perfect Sports, that keep me fueled up, my girl, Amanda Dusenberry, with Veterans United, and Man the City, Pearl Vision, and all my training partners, man, my coaches, and everybody that's always beside me. Thank you for letting me get on here with this. And shit, February 20th, man, the train's rolling into town, and I'm about to roll straight over this dude. I mean, you know, it's crazy that he go by Juicy J, but it's like, man, you ain't even from Memphis, man. You know what I mean? I seen that. I got a little kick out of it. Like, you are not a rapper. You're not with the 3-6 Mafia.